Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rusty78609, and we're fixing to go for a Sunday morning drive. Why? Because I just got back from my walk. Cool morning, as in C-O-L-D, cold. Well, it's not that cold. It's like 43, 45 degrees, whatever it happens to be. But it's a little cool for old dad. For you people up north, this would be a walk in the park. You understand? But anyway, what I wanted to touch on while we're driving around in this Fort Clark Springs, Texas area, near the border of Texas, not too far away. What I wanted to touch on is I'm putting together the pieces of the puzzle for going kind of camping again, starting in the spring or whenever I get my Runaway cool camp in Florida. I got to go pick it up probably the end of April is what they told me. And I was going to, as I've told you before, I was going to tow it with a Chevy Spark, but it doesn't look like that's recommended. You can, but you know what I mean. You know, you can do a lot of things. But anyway, but it turned out for the best because right now it's a hot market for used vehicles because the dealer can't get new cars because of, you know, the shortage of chips and stuff. So there's, you know, they're trying to get by on used vehicles. So they're offering premiums for trade-ins and stuff for the, or buying. They're actually buying cars outright. So anyway, first of all, I checked on the availability in my area for the Toyota thing, the minivan, and there's none. And then I checked on the availability of a Chevy, Ram, Nissan, none, and Ford. There's just none available. I mean, you'd have to drive 400 or 500 miles to get one, and I'm not going to do that because I'd like to get one from a dealer near where I live, so that, you know, going in for service and stuff. Not that it matters to the dealership where you buy it when you bring it in for service, but that's just the way I do business. I'd rather buy it from a dealer. I know how to get there. It's like 30 minutes away. So I found a dealership in Del Rio, Cecil Atkinson, Ford, something else probably. And I placed an order for a Ford Transit Connect white with cloth seats, cruise control. It's an XL model. I didn't get the XLT because I don't care about that extra screen and, you know, wireless charging and all that stuff. So it's the base model naturally, and yeah, it comes with an LED light in the storage area, and I got windows, dark tinted windows on both sides and in the back, and I got a call tomorrow to be sure that they got both sides with windows. Why? Because it's going to be I'm not going to be doing stealth camping, so, you know, I'm not going to be doing boondocking probably, so it's just going to be like a family car towing a bed. You know, that's the cool camp, the Runaway cool camp is going to be the quote bedroom. It'll have a few other things there, like PJ, my old friend PJ will be there. And I'll also have a PJ in the van, the Ford Transit, because I looked at them on YouTube, and it appears that I can get between the seats to go to the back without having to get out of the vehicle, so I can kind of do it like I do in the Class C. If I'm driving along the highway and I got to pee, I can just pull over and do it. You know what I mean? Clean the window right quick. So what else? Yeah, it's going to be pretty basic. The measurements on the inside, it's about the same height and width of the Runaway camper. It's got about 48, 49 inches of interior space or height, and the width is approximately 60 inches, which is about the same as the Runaway camper. So what I'm going to do, my plan is I'm basically going to have two bedrooms. I'll have the bedroom where I sleep, I'll have two rooms. I'll have a bedroom, the Runaway camper, where I sleep, an air-conditioned bedroom, I might add, and I'll add a few things in there, you know, like I'll put in my Google Home thing, or my little Google device where I can watch videos if I choose to in there, and if I choose to watch them in the van, I want to sit in the van, whatever, you know, it may just to get out and do something different, then I'll do that. But yeah, then the van itself will become kind of the, you know, the comment call area and and a place to sit and do stuff on the laptop, just to get out of that small place, because I know, and you know too, it is a very small RV. I mean, as in very, very small. So, and I know that going in. I mean, it's going to be very similar to camping in the Toyota Prius, which I did for a number of years, off and on. The longest I was gone was about 3 months, full time camping and living in the Toyota Prius, and it wasn't that. It's very economical, but it's not that easy. You really have to be organized. You got to be able to find your stuff, and so I was able to do that. So I'm going to use that same approach to the minivan and the Runaway camper. Is step one is get organized. You know what I mean? Know where my stuff is. Gasoline here is $2.68 a gallon, which is not bad. It's 10 cents. About 10 cents a gallon cheaper in Del Rio. What's that got to do with a transit van? Nothing. Just thought I'd throw that in for a little flavor. So, what else? So it's going to be set up pretty simply. I mean, as you know, actually Blue Eddy, they sent me a Blue Eddy. I thought it was 500 watts, but it turns out it's 700 watts. You got 700 watts available to power things. So, but you can't power things for too long. I mean, it's good. You know, you can power like a little refrigerator that draws, say, 40 watts, and whenever it cuts on, and it's only running, say, 4 to 6 hours a day, that's 300, 400 watts. You might be able to run a small compressor refrigerator all day. Okay, so but what I can do there is there's also sending me 200 watts of solar. Why, I don't know. So I could use solar to charge it, 110 outlet to charge the Blue Eddy device, or a 12 volt in the car while I'm driving to charge it. So I can keep it charged without any problem at all. As far as lights on the inside of the bedroom, the Runaway cool camp, it'll all be battery operated LED stuff. I'm not going to worry about any electrical stuff for that. No, we'll just use battery operated lights, because I don't use lights very often at all, so that's almost a non-issue. And as far as cooling, of course, you got the air conditioning. As far as heating, I'll just have to bring a quilt, because I'm not going to worry about heating. And then as far as cooking, that will be the van. The van will be the kitchen and kind of the miscellaneous area, and I may set it up at the cooking at the back of the van, because the doors open out real wide, and on nice days I could cook right at the end of the back of the transit van, and that should work out all right. And or if it doesn't, well, I just get inside. I can move stuff around. It's not like it's a big problem. And what else? We just went through Bracketville. Now we're headed out. I don't know what highway this is, but it goes to Rock Springs. But believe me, it's a winding road. It says it's about 60 miles. Well, it's 60 miles of the devil's backbone. So anyway, I'm just taking a cruise, guys, just to have something to do. It's 22 miles to Kickapoo Cavern State Park. I don't think I've ever spent the night there. I'm not sure. I could have. I've gone so many places. But back to the transit and using it as the kitchen, that'll work. And then what kind of cooking stuff am I going to take? I'm going to take that 2-burner cooktop. How am I going to power it in the back of the van? Very simply, because I'll be in places that have power. Okay, that's step one. Most of the time, I'm going to have shore power. Whether it's a state park, BLM approved site, or whatever, I'm going to try to stay with. We've got just a light rain here, so you're going to get to see the windshield wipers in action. And and as far as taking that electric oven I have, I probably will. I might do that, because it works just like a microwave, and everything. It'll warm stuff, and it doesn't take up much space. And what else as far as pooping, peeing, and showering? I'm going to probably get me a luggable loo, and everybody's, well, you can't do that in a Runaway camper. Hell, you can. I mean, you may not be able to, but I can. mean, I've done it in the Prius and in the back of a pickup with a camper top, so I know it can be done, and it's not that awkward actually. I mean, it's not exactly a nice big restroom, but it works, and so that takes care of that. And then as far as showering, we'll kind of do the horse bath stuff. You know what I mean? Just warm up some water on a 2-burner cooktop, and you know, clean the dirty parts last, so to speak. And yeah, that'll work. And I'm not going to put vinegar or alcohol in the water. That just dries your skin out. A lot of people do that because they think it kills bacteria and all that shit. Well, you know, warm water does the same thing. But you know, if you want to believe that, that's fine. You know, that's your choice. So what else? So that takes care of all the daily hygiene. And then the one thing else I'll throw in for flavor is I'm not going to take any cooking utensils that I have to wash. Now I may take a knife, a fork, a spoon that are made out of metal because that's just handy. And then as far as washing those, that's not a problem at all. But as far as like, you know, plates, bowls, I'll just get some plastic stuff and be done with it, you know. But I'll get some that, you know, that I could reuse if I chose to, but they will be disposable so that I don't have to worry about it. You know, if I'm low on water, or I don't want to fool with washing them, I just chunk them, and you know, may use plastic plates. And I may also, as I'm traveling about, go to delis. You know, like they have a good deli in Capitan, New Mexico. They got a good deli in Alamogordo, New Mexico, at the grocery stores. And I may do that, you know, instead of doing much cooking, is just try to use their prepared food for my diet and eat a lot of rabbit food, you know what I mean, salads and stuff. And that's okay. I don't eat much, so that's not a big issue either. So the plan's coming together. I'm getting mentally, I got me something to do, you understand? I got something to do, keep my mind busy. But if y'all don't mind, I'm going to have me a dark chocolate almond here. And actually, this is a dark cherry thing somebody sent me. It's covered with dark chocolate or something. It's delicious. It's a cherry thing. It's delicious. Anyway, so with that in mind, what else can I tell you? I think it's going to work out. Now, as far as where I go and when I go, of course, I have to wait to get the Runaway camper in May, and the vehicle, the car, the transit won't be here until the end of March, probably, or even April. I'm not sure. They said it'd be about 12 weeks. First they said 10 weeks, then 12 weeks. So they don't know either, you know, because what Ford does, they keep you up to date on where the vehicle is in the production process. You know, when all the parts are ready for this vehicle to be produced and it goes on the assembly line, they send you an email and tell you that your car is being built. And then when it's built and being shipped, they send you an email and tell you that. So what Ford is going to, and maybe the other dealers too, is something like Elon Musk and the Tesla deal, where you order it and then they build it and ship it to you, or they ship it to a dealer. In Tesla's case, they don't have dealers, so they just ship it to a location. But so that's fine with me. I don't mind. And it's crazy that you got to wait on a car now, but of course it's got a lot to do with this chip shortage, and I think that's about it on that. So yeah, it's fun. It's fun for me to have something to do. I'm looking forward to polishing this diamond and enjoying my life every day. I mean, and you know, we got the electricity fixed in the house, the tiny home, and now I'm going to have me a microscopic home that I can play with, and you know, put some in. I mean, it'd be fun to, you know, put some little stick-on lights in there and stuff. And as far as the bed's going to be really simple. I'm going to get me one of those low-rise cots. You know, they've got legs that are about 6 inches long, and put me a trifold mattress on that. I'll get me a pretty good trifold mattress. Try to get a 6-inch. 4 inches a little thin. 6-inch seems to work okay. And yeah, we'll go with that. And I'll have that all in the van when I get ready to go to Florida to pick up the camper unit. And so that way, whenever I pick it up, I can just put in the stuff and go camping that night if I choose to. And I'll also put a power strip inside the Ford Transit, the van, with, you know, several outlets on it, and then, you know, I can use the same plug-in that the camper will use, okay, because it's got a strip with about 6 outlets on it, and it's got an outside plug that you can use to plug into shore power. So I'll do that, and also plug in the van. I mean, I'll have both using the same power outlet, because it's just 110. The camper unit is a 15 amp. That's all it'll draw through there, and that's fine. Hell, I'm not going to be using more than 15 amps, because what I'll do when I'm cooking, if I need to do two things, like say popcorn and something else, then I'll just do them one at a time. And I'm going to try to turn around right here and go back another way. Why? Because it's about as far down this road as I want to go. Circle Ranch. Okay, and then I'll turn around. Okay, well guys, I'll end this video. We're going to turn around here. This is the highway going to Rock Springs. Certainly a busy highway. There's a lot of traffic. Did y'all notice that? Shit, man, you got to hire cars out here. But having said that, ladies and gentlemen, old Rusty's polishing well, he's polishing two diamonds right now, and one of them's a chunk of coal. That's the camping part, and the house is getting to look like a little bit of a roughed out diamond. It's getting close. But anyway, guys, enjoy your Sunday, enjoy your holidays. Christmas coming up on Friday, so get ready. Anyway, guys, Feliz Navidad. Thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Buy anything you want anytime. But if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of all of my videos. Why? Because it doesn't cost you a penny. Just click on the link, go to Amazon and buy whatever you choose. And enjoy your life, keep your health, exercise, eat right. You know the drill. So, adios, amigos. Bye-bye.